And I don't want any other weirdos rubbing on my back when it hurts. That's what's in the truck.
Marty, can I eat this?
It's Find
Aaron
maps
Cooper on there.
Once you lose, let it go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Taurus Tech Talk. Today we have one of our fellow companions, Marty Page, joining us on the show.
Hello, hello.
How you doing, Marty?
I am wonderful.
It's the full name's Marty Allen Page, isn't it?
Correct.
What a rock star name.
I think that's what my mom was going for.
Is it?
I've often wondered that.
Well, I mean,
Perfect initials,
yeah.
perfect name. It's meant to
Wow.
be on a marquee somewhere.
Wow.
She named me after Marty Robbins, so the story goes,
Okay.
the country singer. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then I have another brother named Dylan, who's named after Bob Dylan. So that's kind of my mom's thing, I guess.
Where did the Allen come from?
I really don't know. I think my dad's initials are MAP also.
Oh, gotcha.
So I think that's what they were.
They were trying to figure out a way
I
to make
gotcha.
it also MAP.
Mhm.
Okay.
And that's,
I gotcha.
my oldest son, his initials are also MAP. So
Listen, you're never allowed to quit, but if you get a big deal somewhere and you don't forget about your boy, we'll figure it out.
I think the big deal days are gone for me. But
I don't know. You get more distinguished every year, and that seems to be the trick.
Yeah.
well, we'll
I mean,
see.
that beard is lovely. So Marty is a member of our automation expert team.
Okay.
That's a new way to put it.
Yeah.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say he
This is
works on a programming team.
That's what I was going to say.
This is the second automation Taurus specialist that we've had in a row on the cast.
Yes.
So Marty, tell us a little bit about your story, how you got started in this business and maybe what you did before.
Well, I was in the oil field and I was doing programming on oil field sites so they could do remote management and things like that. So RS-232 to open and close valves and stuff like that.
Wow.
And we went through a big layoff one, I guess, summer of 2011. And I was kind of, on unemployment, waiting on them to start back up. And they said, yeah, we're going to start back up in January in North Dakota. And I'm like, nope, I'm out on that.
Where were you stationed or
Fort
where?
Worth.
Okay. All right.
So they were going to send me.
You didn't want to go to North Dakota?
Not in January. Because there's a lot of work, even
Sounds
programming,
cold.
I had to be outside a
I
lot.
thought you liked being outside.
I do, but not when it's sub-zero temperatures.
Yeah, me either.
And so I had run into and reacquainted with one of our other old-time employees, Eric Flores, who I graduated high school with. And, we kind of swapped numbers again, hadn't seen each other really since high school much. And I'd pitched to him, hey, company I'm working for is always looking for good people if you ever need anything. And he told me the same. And when I found out they were sending me to North Dakota, I called Eric and said, hey, think that company you're working for would hire me? So
Who'd you interview with? Was it us? Or was it?
I think it was you and Rainey.
Yeah, I think so.
Same day as old Kelly P.
Oh, Kelly Pemberton.
Yeah.
Let's see. And that Jamie's who got Eric here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Listeners and
that's a-
viewers, I'm sorry you don't know any of these people, but if you listen long enough, we'll tie in the story and you'll get it. No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
So tell us about your role here now. I mean, I stole some of your thunder with the automation expert. You can change your title if you'd like.
That's a pretty good title. It's a new one I haven't heard, but control system programming, Crestron and Extron mainly, and pretty straightforward.
How long have you been a part of the team?
I started here on December 17th, 2011,
Wow.
and
That's
then
awesome.
Contractor for 3 months, and on
That's awesome.
from there, and then trying to think. Started.
You've been on the programming team 6 years, 5 years?
No, longer than that. I was looking earlier this morning, actually, just in case you asked me this question.
Okay.
My oldest program is from like July of 2013.
Oh, that was pretty quick. Okay.
Yeah. So I went from contractor to technician to lead technician, then to programmer.
In 2.5 years, 3
Yeah.
years?
Really, I think you got moved up in positions because you weren't good as a technician.
Possibly.
Dang.
Possibly. Let's find something else for this guy to do.
Let's get him isolated, get him away from people.
Well,
All right, so we're going to kick off with some questions. That's usually what we do here on the segment. have a little fun. We're going to throw some questions that you may have not heard in the past if you've ever listened or watched the cast. So I'll get us started. This is one of our most favorite ones. The zombie apocalypse is here. And you can pick 3 people to be a part of your zombie domination team.
Okay.
And we have to qualify the question by saying they don't have to be people that necessarily work here. They don't have to be a real person. They could be a famous person. We've had Kyle Johnson said the Hulk.
Yeah.
And so give us those 3 and fire away, because I don't want to put any other limitations on it.
Before you answer,
Okay.
I'm really excited to hear his answers.
I am too.
Most of you who don't know, Marty is a really big outdoors guy. And so he knows about hunting and fishing. You don't need help there. So I'm just trying to think, what does Marty need in a zombie apocalypse to stay alive?
I've thought about this, not too much, but enough to.
He stays up at night about it.
He's like, I'm a prepper. They're in the basement already.
Well, number 1 on the list is Aaron Cooper.
Wow. Okay. God,
You need somebody to be loud as heck.
No, just because he told me to. I think he just wants to be on my team.
Did he?
His head will not fit through a doorway after this podcast.
No. What did
Aaron
he pay?
Cooper,
What did he
our
pay you?
CEO.
What did he
Nothing
pay
yet.
you?
Nothing yet.
You should get. Listen, you should get paid.
He's waiting outside the room.
And
Peeks around the corner.
the second one is kind of funny. I thought about this after hearing you talk about Laurel on James's podcast.
Yeah.
But a little bit of truth behind this. So my wife, but not for a reason that you would, probably unexpected reason. I kind of have a bad back, and I don't want any other weirdos rubbing on my back when it hurts at night after doing all the zombie killing and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Hey, man, that makes
fair.
makes perfect sense.
And last is probably my dad, because if I run out of bullets, he's the guy that makes them.
Nice. Nice.
He is an ammunition manufacturer, so
Wow.
Well, Aaron's got a good team then.
yeah.
Pretty fascinating answer. A lot of people have
'Cause
said you as well.
Yeah,
A lot.
I've heard.
Almost all.
That's funny.
You're the aficionado, a weapons expert to other people.
Well, and our resident outdoor expert.
Yes.
I don't know about expert, but I can get by.
Well, of the 70 some odd people that work here, among that group, you're the expert.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
If I got outside and was really hungry and all I had was a cell phone, I'd be like, Marty, can I eat this?
I'd be out
I'm
on
disappointed
plants and stuff, but other than that, yeah.
I'm
work it
disappointed you didn't say me. Because I was a Boy Scout.
Oh, we'll
And
see.
although I can't remember how to tie a knot, I can tie a lot,
Well, didn't you go on a really?
how it goes.
You went on a really long hike too, right?
That's a different podcast.
It'll come up
All right.
eventually.
All right. Corey, you're up next.
All right. This is a new one. I like this one. This is good. If you were going to have a sandwich named after Mr. Marty Allen Page, what would be on that sandwich? So I walk into a store and I'm like, give me the Marty. What am I getting?
Oh my.
Yeah. While you're thinking about it, when I thought of this question,
That's your answer.
and mustard,
Full of
And-
baloney, nothing
and
else.
mustard.
That's funny that you say that, because I was just about to say fried bologna on white American cheese and mayonnaise.
Wow.
That's like my favorite thing.
That's the Marty Allen Page.
I made that.
I'll take the number 4.
Listen, I made that exact sandwich on the 4th of July for lunch.
I threw up just a little bit, but then I realized I'm okay. We're okay.
You said mayonnaise, right?
Yeah.
To clarify, mayonnaise or Miracle Whip?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Hellman's?
Dukes?
Dukes.
Dukes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I used Miracle Whip and then realized my mistake.
So
should've
somebody has this named after you. Where would they go to get it?
Oh my.
The Quick Check.
Quick Check and Leonard.
Yes.
Sorry to steal your thunder.
Yeah.
I was
Definitely.
And that's quick with a K.
Quick with a K.
I was thinking like Weinbergers or Potbellies or like no, they're not going to make a bologna sandwich.
Okay. Oh my gosh! All right, favorite movie line quote.
Favorite movie line quote. Little language in this.
Let's.
Yeah, we can bleep it out.
Okay,
We'll
got it.
We'll bleep it out.
Go full.
Pure Country, George Strait movie.
Oh,
Remember that?
loved it, dude.
When he's talking to Buddy in the bus.
Yeah.
Go on, get your ass out of here. I laugh every time I watch the movie, and I've seen the movie 100 times.
Now I know where that comes from. When he's
good.
telling me to get out of his office.
What's his love interest's name? I cannot remember it.
I don't remember now.
I had a crush on her when I first saw that. I remember my dad saying, "I can't believe he's doing a movie."
Harley Tucker.
That's
Wow.
it.
Right out of
Well
left pocket.
played. Well played. All right, Corey.
All right. Your smartphone. You've only got 3 apps to choose from. What are they? You can keep your phone, the little phone icon app, and you can keep the text messaging app.
Oh, this is tough. I know one for sure. OnX Maps. It's the
Okay. Yeah, the trail map. The
land ownership boundaries and all that stuff
Yeah.
for hunting and whatever else you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
LandX.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Shout out to LandX.
Sponsorships are now available.
For real.
TaurusTechInc.com.
What's it called? GuitarTabs.com.
Okay.
Because it has a guitar tuner in it and sheet music and tabs for every song you ever heard.
Do you
on
find
the
that
guitar.
the tuner part works fairly well through the iPhone, like through the microphone on the iPhone?
It works just fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I've tried it against regular, standard ones, and it seems it's close enough. It's close enough for me. I don't play well enough to know the difference.
It sounds good.
But other than those two, that's about all I ever use.
Okay.
I think that's a fascinating answer. You know what it tells me? That Marty probably has a book of maps in his truck.
In the glove
because
box?
he did not say, like, everybody has included some type of maps application. Not the style of maps application that he mentioned, but
regular
literally
navigation.
navigation.
I just took that to mean that he's not worried about getting lost.
I know, right?
He's just like, I'm on my own journey.
Have you seen my zombie team?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would
It's
find
Aaron
maps
Cooper on there.
That's a great question. We should expand on the zombie question at some point and ask them, like, what are your 3 items you would take?
Wow.
If you had to
Cool.
run out of the house and you don't have a go bag ready to go like, Marty and I do.
X.
You have a bunch of like rope to tie knots with. I already went over
You don't
that.
have a go bag?
Yes, I have 4 of them. Just depending on where I am in the house.
I don't really even need a go bag. My truck's kind of just ready to go. all the
Is
time.
the ready go?
Yeah.
So yeah, we should ask the question: what if you had to run out of your house right now and you don't have anything pre-prepared? What 3 items are you going to grab on your way out? Pretend the house is burning down because the zombies lit it on fire.
Gosh.
What's your answer?
Okay, so
Your
kids excluded.
People excluded. This is items only.
Well, I'd probably grab the gun, at least one.
Hey, gun and ammo can be one item.
Okay.
Can of
running.
green beans?
So we're running out of the house, right? It's not that we're running out of the house and the zombies are here.
Sure. Like you're leaving the house because
It's
you're
so-
gonna
Because
escape.
you know they're coming.
You know they're coming,
Right.
and you're gonna get away. They're gonna run over the top of your house.
Probably grab a box of cereal. It's easy, non-perishable. We could ration it out the right way, and then we usually keep like a couple of jugs of water. So I'd grab that, and I wish there was a 4th because I'd say like a gas can. But if I'm just like running out of the house for the fire, and there's nothing dangerous outside, then I'll probably just like run straight to the safe and grab. But we have a little package that has like the birth certificates and social
Well,
security
this is because of a zombie apocalypse.
yeah.
That's
So
kind of the
let's go with the
precursor.
Let's go to the first one. Gas is really important. Water, food.
Do you want to answer, Marty?
I mean, mine's pretty easy. Gun,
Just my truck.
Well, right.
It's already my truck.
right? Gun, knife, and I don't know. I can usually figure it out from there.
Boom. You're talking about a man's man right here.
Yeah. He's like,
There's going to be a movie after him.
he's
one
going to
day.
walk calmly out the front door and lock it behind him. He's like,
I'll be your Huckleberry. If you weren't in this business, what do you...
That was my second
Oh,
favorite.
was it
movie
really?
quote, yeah.
Oh, man. I don't even know what I'm going to answer when I get asked that one day. It's
Right.
going to be so difficult. If you weren't in this business, what do you think you'd be doing today at the ripe old age of 32 or whatever you are?
44.
Oh, see? You could have just
Good
left
caliber.
that open to the greatness.
That's what's in the truck.
Yes.
Likely something to do with not like a park ranger, but like my second goal in life was always to be like a wildlife biologist or something like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so something to that effect. Yeah,
So more on the science side of things and not
Mhm.
necessarily the enforcement side of things?
Correct.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I would love that and have the opportunity to be outside all the time, but preferably not 105 degrees.
definitely. I want to go up north somewhere.
Yeah. Or have a spot where I can do all of my science-y things.
Inside
Yeah.
in the air conditioning.
do you ever watch any of the YouTube videos on the Firewatch guys? Have you seen any of those?
I don't think so.
They're super interesting. So, in forested areas, there are giant towers.
Yes.
I know you know this.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And so people are contracted or paid or I think even volunteer, and they stay up there for weeks on end, and it's 360-degree glass, and they're watching for forest fires.
Do they have the internet?
No.
I would be horrible at
They
this.
they have radios and they have an azimuth, and they radio to another tower. So they'll see a trail of smoke, and they line the azimuth up, pointed on the trail of smoke, and then another tower will do the same thing. And then when they communicate based on the numbers on the azimuth, they can tell you longitude and latitude where the smoke is coming from on the ground, and then they radio to ground support to go check it out or put it
That's
out
cool.
or deal with it.
That's cool.
And so I've been watching a series of videos on this guy who's like going through every step every day. I don't, this is way more interesting than just
I have a large amount of respect for those people, but I would never do it unless the zombies are coming. That'd be a great spot to be at.
he hasn't addressed it yet, but I'm like, what if the tower catches on fire? What if it's
I'm
fire?
sure it's-
Surely if the fire is getting close, you could leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, evacuate.
Your boss is like, sorry, man, you got to go down with the ship. On to the next one. Tell us about a secret talent you have that most people might not know or our listeners might not know.
I was gonna say most people here know that I play guitar, write songs, sing, stuff like that, but listeners may not know
Extremely talented.
Extremely talented.
You don't sing enough at the karaoke.
that. Yeah, so it usually took me a few beers to get lubricated enough to
Yeah.
want to do that. And now that I don't drink at all anymore, it's kind of tougher for me to do that.
Listen, it's not fair to call what Marty does karaoke.
Okay, that's fair.
Like when I do it, it's karaoke because it's hilariously terrible. But when Marty does it, babies weep,
Oh, well, I don't
And
know. I don't know about
adults swoon.
I mean, to be fair, I have, made a living at times in my life doing that.
Well,
so,
my understanding is you have a record.
yeah, I mean,
No, don't downplay it.
yeah, I've spent a fair amount of time in a studio. I don't have anything like, really put together like a record company would, but yeah, I have some stuff recorded and
Where can we hear
there's
this record?
some stuff on YouTube. The rest of it is locked away where nobody can get to it.
What?
it's a pretty cool talent.
I've
I've always been.
Have you ever done karaoke with Mr. Page?
No, it's number 17 on my bucket list to sing "Friends in Low Places" with them.
See, we've talked about that for years and
I know.
not
I've
ever got
done it.
around to it.
He and I have done it.
What did we sing? I forgot.
Friends in Low Places. I told you that was the only song that I knew all the words to.
That you don't have to look at the screen.
I don't have to look at the screen. And I went word for word. Notice I'm saying I went word for word with Marty. I did not I did not go tone for tone, but I stood on the stage and I sang next to Marty, and people left. And it was glorious. I felt like a rock star for
I know, right?
however long that
You
song
can't
is.
you can't distinguish the claps between are they for you or for him.
Well, they're claps for me to leave. And
17 on the bucket list. We'll get to it, buddy. We'll get to it.
let me know.
I promise
wanna be
I'll have
there.
enough beer for the both of us. Okay. What is the coolest / craziest story of your time here at Taurus? And maybe we keep it just like a little PG, if we can.
I think my first trip out of town was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Brian Rainey was the lead technician. I think a bunch of guys that are no longer here were with us, and we went to Sioux Falls, South Dakota in January,
Oh wow.
and it was like 1 degree,
Oh, terrible.
and it seemed like we somebody had a Dr. Pepper or something in the cup holder when we left the airport, and we parked the car in the parking lot, went inside and worked, and came out for lunch, and it was solid as a rock, frozen
Wow,
in the
that's
cup holder.
cool.
And then
I bet you Brian was super mad about it. Did it make a mess or just stay frozen?
no,
and he goes, "Okay."
it was open, so
Okay,
it just
got it,
froze
got
solid in there. And then later that evening, someone needed a toothbrush or something. We went to Walgreens, and the attendant behind the register thought he was funny, and he's like, "You guys came at the right time. We're expecting a warm front to come in tomorrow." I'm like, "Sweet. What's it going to get up to?" He goes, 2. I'm like, "Really?" So, but
That's how it was in Alaska when I went. It was miserable.
Is that the coldest you've experienced?
probably. I can't think of anywhere I've been any colder than that. But I've been to Alaska before, but it was in August, so it wasn't cold.
That's pretty
but-
cold, man.
but
One
the-
is cold.
But the mosquitoes in August in Alaska are the size of a moose.
Ugh,
Yes, and the sun never sets.
stay away from that.
That's probably the trippier thing. Like, it's sunny all the time. The sun just kind of goes like this
Yeah.
on the horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the weird thing. I remember that was the first time I ever, being a kid, and I was like 14, and first time I ever thought about blackout shades, because I was like, I had to sleep on a cot in the living room or whatever of my uncle's house. He lived up there. And I was like, man, it sure is bright in here. And he's like, well, close the blackout shades. I'm like, what? Well, in Texas, we just have curtains. We didn't have curtains like that. Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
I wouldn't be able to live without blackout shades.
Do you have blackout shades right now?
Yeah, man, because the way our bedroom is, the window is right in the rising sun.
ooh,
So
yuck.
I get it starting at about, this time of year, starting at about 6:30, 6:45. And it stays beating
not-
down on the window until about 10:30.
You're not already awake by 6:30?
Well, definitely not on Saturday.
Oh, I thought you were an overachiever like me.
No, I mean, I like to underachieve on Saturdays.
Me too.
Yeah. Sometimes on Sundays a little different.
I wish I could.
I'm a definite underachiever. I don't start doing anything until about 8 on Saturdays,
In
including
the morning
feeding
or
the
at
dog.
night?
Oh, that would be awesome. No, I got kids, bro. It don't work like that.
All right. This is my favorite question,
Oh, God.
and you've heard it before. You've probably even given it some thought. Is a hamburger a sandwich, or in the sandwich category, or in a category all on its own? Right answers only.
Stole my thunder.
I'm going to say in a category all of its own. And the
Yes.
reason why is I've been to
That's one for me.
multiple restaurants where they listed on the menu as burgers and sandwiches.
My anger
And if you
welling up with
if
anger.
you took the patty off of a hamburger and put sandwich meat on it, would it then be a burger at that point, or would it be a sandwich?
That's an excellent point.
According
From an
to-
automation expert. That's an excellent point.
Yeah, I like how you throw his title out there to add some validity to your
Add
claim.
some validity to it, huh?
It's a smart person. Listen, the definition of a sandwich is
Meat between two pieces of bread.
right.
Got
And so how would you describe a hamburger if it didn't have a name?
You know what I think we ought to start doing here, Corey? Is once you lose, let's just move on.
Once you lose, let it go.
It's probably for the best, to be honest. I'm
We made
definitely
a bet on the last cast that we would ask the question as many times as it took to get to 50. And so what you're going to see now is who's the leader right now.
What's the running tally?
1-0 because we just started the bet.
No.
Okay, it's 1-1.
It's literally 1-1 if we just started it. But I think we should ask Tom to go back retroactively.
Hey, Tom, would you mind going back?
Please.
And just,
right here and show us what the tally is.
Spend all your time, search them up,
Listen, bonuses are coming out soon, Tom. And, the score is going to be right here somewhere. This sounds great.
Marty, what do you love the most about being a part of the Taurus family?
I think it's how well everybody gets along, and it's not like a workplace as much as it is like a group of friends that all have a common goal, and everybody just has their own part. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I've worked at big corporations and small companies and different things throughout my life, and most of them seem like it's just a machine. It's just, everybody's got their own little cubicle, and they're all pointed in the same direction. Everybody's working towards something, but nobody communicates. It's real, real cold feeling. And this does not feel that way. This is like, I enjoy coming up here every day, even though, I know we don't do it, but like a couple days a week now, but I like just the camaraderie and all that stuff is what it's
nice.
So awesome.
That's awesome, man.
I think it's important.
Responses.
Yeah. I've agreed with every one of the responses that we've got. I'm like, me too. I was like, me too.
Everybody has a little different view and take on it, but it's all basically all the same stuff that everybody loves about it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Yes.
I hope you enjoyed it. I hope our listeners and viewers enjoyed as well. And y'all have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon.
Thanks.